Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today we are going to see a new question from top interview 150 of LeetCode, which is a string based question. The question name is find the index of the first occurrence in a string, and this is an easy level question. Now let's move on to the problem description. So let's see the problem description now. We have been given two strings, okay. One is called needle and the other one is called haystack. Now what we need to do is we need to find the needle in the haystack, okay. So this is kind of, there is an idiom, right, to find a needle in a haystack. So what we need to do here is we will be given a string which is basically supposed to be a substring in the haystack, okay. So this needle is going to be a substring which will be present in this haystack, okay. And if it is present, we need to return the index, okay, the first occurrence of the substring, okay. So first let's see, we have sad but sad here, and what we have as needle, we have been given needle as sad. So the first occurrence of sad starts at 0 index, so we need to return the 0th index. Now what happens is, if we reach the end of the string and we don't find the substring or the needle in the haystack, then we need to return -1, okay. So this is a simple problem. What we need to do here is we will be finding the occurrence of the substring, the first occurrence of the substring in the string, and if occurs we need to return the index, otherwise we will be returning -1, okay. So first of the basic approach we can use is like using the predefined or pre-built functions like index, okay. So what you can do is, in this index function you can pass the substring, that is needle, that is provided to us, and if this needle is present in the haystack, then we can directly get the index using this function, okay. So the approach, that is, we can get the index directly using pre-built function, okay. So directly we can get the index using pre-built function, and if we are not getting, then we will return -1, okay. So this is one thing. Now how to solve this problem without using the pre-built function, okay. So that is the actual approach that you will be using while explaining it to an interviewer or while solving the this is a better approach. Why? Because using pre-built function is easy, but while framing the function on your own, you will learn, or you will get to know how does this work, okay. So now we have needle and we have haystack, okay. So in this, what we need to do here is, first let's take an index and we will initialize this with -1. Why am I initializing it with -1? Because let's say if I don't find this needle, anyways I will be returning index, then it will return -1, okay. So now what I will do, what we can do here is, let's say we have sad but sad, and here in the needle we have been given sad. So what I can do here is, I can take this entire string, okay. I can take the length, and from this, let's say I'm starting from 0th index, right. So I will go till this length, okay, length of this needle, which is, let's say n, okay. So we will go till length of this needle, and we will check if this substring that we are getting is equals to the string that we have or the needle that we have or not. So basically what I'm trying to say is, let's say first let's see, we have sad but sad, okay. I'm separating here so it will be clear to understand. Now let's say I start from here, okay. Now we have this n as 3, so I will go till less than 3, right. So I will go till 0 index and I will check if this 0 to 2 is equals to the needle or not. Now if this is equals to needle, I will return the index directly from there. okay, and I will return the first index, okay, from where I have started the iteration. So I will return 0th index. Okay, now what I have to do, like this I have returned 0. Okay, now let's say if sad is not there. Okay, so let's say we have a d b u t s a d. Okay, now I need to start the iteration from here, right? So I will be starting from 0th index. I will be going to first, then second, third, fourth, right? Then I will come to 5th index. Again, every time I will be iterating, what I will do, I will check like from here to here, that is from 0 to less than n. Okay, first for the first iteration I will check 0 to less than is equals to needle or not. If it is not, then I will go for second iteration. Then I will check again that from first index to what is the length, right? The length here is n, so I will add I plus n, right? Actually it will be n minus 1. Okay, so if it is equals to needle or not, right? Then here what we have ad, then we have b. So for the third iteration again we will check if the value which is starting from here, okay, b u t, okay, which is from 2 to 5th index less than 6th is equals to, it will be I plus n only because I am going till less than n, right? So we will go from 2 to less than 6 and we will check if it is equals to needle or not, right? In the same way we will keep on iterating till we have reached here. Okay, now I will again check if this value, and I will go only till the value where like I can say like we have here the length as n. Okay, so I can go till only 0 1 2 3 till 6th index only, because if this value is not found from here to here, then it cannot exist further, because the minimum length of the needle should be available, right? So what I have to do, in order to avoid getting index out of range, I have to start from I is equals to 0, that is for sure, and we will go till less than, if let's say needle length is n, then till where we will go, we will go till, and we shall also take the m as the length of this haystack, right? So let's take this as the haystack, and now we will go till less than m minus n, right? So now I have the length here as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and this is the length of this needle is 3, right? So I will get 5 here, and I need to go till 0 1 2 3 4 5, right? This is 5. So we will be going till 5th only. Therefore what we will do, we will start from I is equals to 0 and we will go till m minus n. Okay, now in this what we have to do, let's see. Okay, so first what I have to do, I will check if the substring that I have, if the substring, now what is this substring, let's get the substring here only. This substring we will be getting from haystack. Okay, so haystack whatever according to your language you can use substring. We will give the in starting and ending index, so it will start from I and we will give till, we can say I plus n, right? So let's say we have s a d b u t. Okay, so we need to start from 0 and we will go till 2. Okay, so I need to give here I plus 1. Why? Because it will be going according to the language you will have to give. If it like mostly what we see is in the substring we will be starting from a start point, but the end point will be going till n minus 1 only. So according to that you can go. In Python you can simply use haystack from I to I plus n. Okay, so this will give you a substring. Okay, now once we have got the substring, after this what we will check, if this substring is equals to the needle provided to us or not. If it is, then what we will do, we will add index, and in that index what we will do, we will assign I, and we will simply break out of the loop here, because we don't need to move any more further. But if we don't find, since we have already declared index with -1, right, we saw that we have to like initialize index with -1. So if we don't get any like matches, we will simply return the index and we will get -1. Okay, so now let's move on to the code editor and we will see how the code works. Let's see the code now. First what we will do, we will declare n, which will be the length of needle, and we will take m, which will be the length of haystack. And then what we can do here, we can start from 0 index and we will be going till m minus n, right? So we will go till m minus n, less than m minus n, and then we will check if the haystack from I to I plus n is equals to the needle, then we will return the I. Okay, like in the approach we saw that we were assigning the I to the index and then we were breaking out of the loop. Actually that is also not required. We can directly return I from here if we are getting the index, and if we are not getting any value, we will come out of the loop and we will simply return -1. So now let's run the code. So the sample test cases have passed. Let's try to submit it. Okay, actually we will be going till m minus less than equals to m minus n. I missed one edge case here. What I missed is, like, we were going till less than m minus n, then if we will start from 0, then it will be going, it will not like go for 0, right? It will just go from 0, it will be considered like the length is 1, right? So it will be going till less than 0, which is not possible. And if these both are equal, then we need to check that condition, right? So in order to avoid the problem, what we will do, we will go till m minus less than equals to m minus n. Okay, so now let's try to submit it again. So this code has been accepted. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. And using the function, I will upload the code on the GitHub, and this code also I will be uploading on the GitHub. You can access them from there. And in order to continue with me in this coding journey, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any confusion in this question, please let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends and let me know in the comments too. And please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you will be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching.